Warning. The following program contains strong language and subject matter which may be offensive to some viewers and/or inappropriate for children. The content within this program is intended for mature audiences only.
Well, hello there, everyone, and welcome to Inside the Drag Closet, the interactive vodcast where we talk about all things drag and some things that aren't. Who knows? We're really just here to have a good time. We have an amazing show lined up for you this evening. We have got a mother and daughter duo with us this evening. Returning to Inside the Drag Closet, we have the incredible Trixie DeFlairs, as well as her daughter, the newly crowned Miss Gay Harrisburg America, BELLACENTRIC DeFlairs. Of course, I'm joined by my beautiful co-host Amethyst Diamond, who is our Miss Gay Maryland America and Miss Gay Gettysburg America. I think I got that right. But let's talk about me first. My name is Jade DeFlairs. I forgot to put that up. Little who, what, where about me. I am Jade DeFlairs. I am based out of South Central Pennsylvania. That was for Alanya. I love the art of drag. It makes me excited, and it, is a whole lot of fun. What am I wearing? I got my new, I wanted to do a sci-fi thing tonight. I actually had contacts all ready to go, and I put them in, and they were not agreeing with me because of my current medical issues. But my makeup tonight is all by Morphe. My outfit is a whole lot of Amazon, to be honest. I just wanted to play and have fun. My hair is human hair this evening because I grew up myself, because I couldn't bring myself to put a wig on tonight. I just wasn't in the cards for me this evening. Plus, I think I look fascinating. I wanted like this sci-fi, weird, poppy shenanigans. Where can you find me? That is important. You can find me every other Wednesday right here on Inside the Drag Closet, available on Facebook and YouTube. You can catch me currently at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair as part of the Mud Skippers. Just look for Squishy. That's me. I will be there until the end of October. You can catch me this Friday at the Harrisburg Comedy Zone with Divas Down Under. Let me move this out of the way. We are having our Happy Halloween drag show with myself, Amishka Denial, Poison, Pola Frost, Katarina Couture, Amethyst Diamond, and Fancy Dismount. So that promises to be a crazy fun show. Look at all of us. We look amazing. And then after that, you won't see me doing drag for a little while. I'll be here on Inside the Drag Closet, but I do need to take a break from drag. I am having surgery on my sinuses. For those who popped in last week, I am dealing with polyps in my sinuses. I've currently lost a lot of my ability to breathe through my nose. I have a medical procedure. I have surgery next Wednesday to alleviate the biggest one, which is obstructing my airway. And then on November 8th, I will be going in for a more radical procedure. And they told me I'm going to take 2 to 4 weeks to recover. So if anybody has gigs in December and needs a guest, I would love to come and join you, because I had to give up all my gigs in November, and I'm kind of, trying to keep myself working and keep paying for stuff, because living the gig life, is what I do. So when I can't perform for a while, I lose my income, and I really kind of need that. So send a girl a message. Message me on Inside the Drag Closet at gmail.com. Also, if you are a drag artist and you would like to be featured on Inside the Drag Closet, send us an email with a little bit about yourself. Tell us your story a bit. We're actually, I was talking about it a little bit last week. We had such an amazing response from a TikTok I posted that we are currently booked until Valentine's Day for the show. Like, I was not prepared for that outpouring of love and support and emotion. Our Patreons have been super supportive of us. Jake, Jess, Lori, Orion, Corey, Brian, Jeremy, Estee, Josh, Chanel, Daniel, Robin, Vicky, and Emily continue to support us. They actually just got to enjoy an entire week with Amethyst Diamond, doing some backstage at an event she recently did. I want to talk about that more, but I'm going to let her describe it. So let me bring in my beautiful co-host. You know her and love her, the Amethyst Diamond. How you doing, sis?
On Wednesdays, we wear pink.
Yes. On October 3rd, he asked me what day it was. What day is
October
it?
3rd. It's October 3rd.
Full disclosure, I've never watched that movie. I know. I get the quotes. I never sat down and watched it.
Well, that's our show tonight, kids. I need to go talk to this one real quick. We'll be back live.
She needs to tell me a little bit about myself.
Baby, oh my goodness, hey girl, we'll get back to that in a little
Right?
bit. Girl.
Let's talk about you.
Oh. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Inside the Drag Closet. This is episode 132. It's your girl, Amethyst Diamond. I am the reigning Miss Gay Maryland America, as well as currently this evening representing Miss Gay Gettysburg America, the very first of its kind. I live on the eastern side of South Central Pennsylvania. I have for most of my life. I've been a drag entertainer for over 2 decades. I don't know why, but yeah. What am I wearing tonight? Tonight, let's see. This crown is made for a queen, Lucinda Holiday. The hair is Memphis Alvarez. The jewelry is Lollycox. This is from City Trends. Thelma and Louise came from China, and I came from my mom, who's watching tonight. Yeah, so that's cool. Um, Jade, I love you so much. Can I tell you how much fun I'm having already tonight?
Yes, you can. Tell me.
Thank you. You can find me, I guess you can find me on Friday at Divas Down Under. You can find me Saturday in Lycoming County for Lycoming Out Day. It's the second annual Lycoming Out Day in Hughesville area, Williamsport, Pennsylvania. And Sunday you can find me at brunch at the Cantina here in York, Pennsylvania.
Fantastic. You got a really good compliment here. You're looking like rose quartz.
That is a lovely compliment coming from one of my chosen gemstones competing for Miss Gay Maryland in November. That is my girl, Nikki Taylor. She is first alternate to Miss Gay Hub City America, and she is my rose quartz. That is the gemstone she selected upon qualifying for states. So, yes, we have 10 girls competing now. I'm excited.
There's 10 girls for Maryland, and there's 12 for PA.
12 from PA, including yours truly, and one of our guests this evening.
I'm so excited about that. Like, that's going to be a competition.
It's exciting, and kudos to Cali Couture for 12 girls, baby. That's the 2-day event. Honey, we're going to have a time. We're going to have a time.
Callie is the epitome of a workhorse. Like,
she's a boss, baby.
Oh, yeah. You cannot come for her business acumen at all.
Not at all. Not one bit. Yeah. Kudos to you, baby. Absolutely.
I'm very excited about Divas Down Under because we took last month off, and I'm excited to be back. I'm nervous about being back because, I'm going to harp on it, and it's so prevalent in my head. My medical issue is just frustrating and making me angry.
I'm sure, because it's not something you can ignore.
Yeah. Last show, I felt awful the whole time. I feel so much better now. I had my follow-up appointment with my doctor, and he gave me some advice on how to handle some of the worst parts about it. And the worst thing I was doing was trying to blow my nose. And I was just inflaming everything. And now I just sit here and leak.
As we all do.
Accurate. That's very true.
As we all do, dear.
Speaking of leakage, Nope.
Yeah.
That's not the segue I meant to make.
That wasn't it, girl. That's not the ticket, baby. No.
That was not. You know what? Here we are. Let's bring in our first guest for the evening. She has been on the show before, and I'm very excited to have her back. She is also of the Miss Gay. Which title was she? She was Harrisburg as well, I believe.
Indeed.
In 2019, I believe she's
She
shaking her head.
was
So,
she
yeah.
was our COVID queen. She had it for longer than any of us.
Oh, sweet Jesus. All those COVID titles are just like, I remember when I won this crown.
Basically.
Long ago.
Long
But
ago.
let us welcome back to Inside the Drag Closet, the incredible Trixie DeFlairs.
Hi.
Hey, girl.
Bonjour.
Hey.
Thanks. Yeah, I was definitely the COVID queen. Thanks. 3 years.
Honey.
I
That's-
couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
I've held titles before. A year is enough.
Nope. 3.
Some of them are. No, I want more time.
Yeah. For Harrisburg, it was me and Katrina Escalarza were the longest. We both had it for 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Trixie, why don't you give us a little who, what, where about you?
So clearly, I'm Trixie DeFlairs. I am wearing, other than the jewelry, I am wearing everything done by me. I thought the hair was going to turn out a little bit different than what it did. Here we are. What am I wearing? I just told you. Where can you find me? This weekend, I will be at Intoxicology Department in Berwick, Pennsylvania. Then I will be at Franklin County Pride on Sunday. We have a dinner show next Friday, the 13th. It is a vampire brunch theme that is in Shillington with Bella. And then everything else is just going to be posted. So, yeah.
Nice.
Get it, bitch.
Thanks.
I want to talk about the vampire brunch because Halloween is here, which is like gay Christmas.
Jesus Ween.
Jesus Ween.
Damn it, we brought that up.
We did.
Listen, like I said, don't come knocking on my door.
Right? She will answer the door nude.
That.
No.
For anybody who does not know, there is this new like shenanigans that is called Jesus Ween, and like it's a bunch of fundamentalist Christians who are trying to say, you know, we don't celebrate Halloween. We want to be able to, you know, dress up nice and pass out Bibles and sacred books and stuff like that. I'm like, they did that before. It was called the Crusades. Calm down.
She ain't lying.
Yeah. I understand wanting to pass on a message, but this is, stop forcing it down my throat.
Oh, wait, but aren't we doing that?
No, I'm just not
Our
that
agenda. That's the gay agenda.
Right. Speaking of which, there are so many people in our chat right now. Speaking of Miss Callie Couture, we were just talking about her.
Hi, sweetheart. We were just talking about you. If you just tuned in, you're going to have to wait until we put it on the YouTube and rewind it because we were really giving you the compliments, honey.
Right? Accurate.
I love it.
So, Trixie, we have been friends for over 10 years now.
Yeah.
4,000 years.
4,000 years.
Again,
Yeah.
COVID. Thanks.
COVID. I want to talk about how your journey has gone from, like, when I first met you, you were this alt drag, like, anarchist, and now you've gone, like, you've held an America title, and, like, you've found this beautiful fusion of the two. What was that like?
It was one of those moments that I was backstage at a show, and I actually think it was Michelle. I was joking around when I was that goth, like, weirdo. I was like, I want to do America just to shit up. And she's like, you'll never be America, like, because at that point, clearly I was not. But then it just kind of stuck in the back of my head. I was like, now people are doubting me to not do it, which is now pushing me to do it. And now, well, hold on. Somewhere back here. Yeah.
Michelle knows what she's talking about. Like,
Occasionally.
Nice.
she gave me that push years ago. Like when I was Miss Central PA Pride, everyone's like, you should do America. And I realized, no, I shouldn't. I think I would do well. I would not enjoy it. I don't think. I have so much respect for the America system, but that's not my journey. So
Sure. And you got to work with what your aesthetic is. You know, go with where you feel at home. You know,
Yeah,
there's enough systems out there. There's plenty of pageant systems for all genres of drag. So yeah, just find your niche and go towards that. You don't have to fit into a mold because there's a mold already made for you.
right.
You know what I mean?
exactly.
And if there's not, make your own mold.
Exactly. That very much so.
Welcome to my TED Talk.
Katie Bourbon says, Amethyst, hi Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, man.
We haven't talked about the Barbie movie. Have we all seen the Barbie movie now?
Nope.
You haven't seen it yet?
I don't want to hear it. You haven't seen Mean Girls yet.
Okay, that's valid.
Well,
That is valid. I'll be over here.
well.
You two have fun.
Hi, girl.
What's the movie I haven't seen that people get upset about? Oh my gosh, so many.
Clue.
No, I have not seen that, and I'm sorry. I haven't seen Clue. I haven't seen what's that gay movie?
Clue.
No, Clue.
Oh, somebody posted recently, Clue is Rocky Horror if you're sober.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yep.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Paris is Burning. I've never seen Paris is Burning.
Miss Diamond, your boobies look juicy tonight.
Thank you. I've been eating healthier. So
Yep.
blossoming all around, baby.
Yeah.
So let's talk smack about our next guest a little bit because she can't
Ooh.
defend herself yet. Trixie,
That's
what
not
is it
nice.
like being a former Miss Gay Harrisburg America, and now your daughter is holding the title?
Yeah. Yeah. I think my anxiety for that entire weekend was higher than hers.
I think so too, because yeah. I think so too.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, I love a good pageant. I love rhinestoning literally everything. So, yeah.
And you had just competed in a pageant a couple of weeks prior to Miss Harrisburg.
The week before.
It was the weekend before.
Yeah.
For Miss Hollywood Cabaret.
Yep. Which is where this lovely set came from.
Nothing wrong with that.
Thank you, Michelle.
Very nice.
That's wild. Big shout out to Mia Ho for winning Miss. Wow, my brain just checked out for a second. You
Miss
just
Hollywood
said the
Cabaret.
title. Miss Hollywood Cabaret.
Cabaret.
That was a pageant too.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You know.
The
Yes,
scores of everything, bitch.
And your talent still loved your talent. Loved
Thank
it.
you.
Loved it. Gave me all the emotions, all the feels. I could not stop watching your talent.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was definitely done by Gunnar Montana. I don't know if he even knows that I took his choreography. I have watched his video of that number so many times that I have memorized the choreography.
Clearly.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That was wonderful.
So, Trixie, we are going to get to our next guest, but we are going to have you back in just a few minutes. Everybody out there, start thinking of questions you might have for Trixie, and we will get to those at about 9 o'clock-ish. Sound good? We'll see you in a minute, girl.
See ya.
I adore her.
She's adorable.
While
It's fun.
we
She's a fun
have
girl.
a second, do you want to talk about the fundraiser that you're helping with?
Absolutely. So, Restoration One of Middletown and I have partnered up for the month of September and half of October for Socktember. What that is local businesses are putting together a charity event to collect as many socks as they possibly can, adults and kids' socks. So far, Restoration One has collected 1,021 pairs of socks so far. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. They have said if you are going to donate, they do need more kids and young adult size socks if possible. There's plenty of adult. Of course, you can send more adult, more than welcome, but they are in need of kids socks of all shapes, sizes, and colors. So there is the link to the Amazon gift registry. It'll take you literally 30 seconds to go on there, buy a pair of socks. It ships it directly to Restoration One of Middletown. But yeah, we have reached over 1,000 pairs of socks, which I think is wonderful. So it's the smallest thing that'll make the biggest difference in somebody else's life. So yes, and all the information is, of course, on my Facebook page as well. Just keep scrolling, honey. I know it's a lot. It's a lot going on my page, but keep scrolling. You'll find it.
I love stuff like that because it's definitely something people don't think about. They're just kind of like
something so trivial to most of us as a pair of socks. You know what I mean? And it's the most needed item for clothing donations and charities such as Goodwill, Salvation Army. The most needed item of clothing is a pair of socks.
Yep.
So
I always talk about, like, when we're talking about fundraisers and stuff like that, every holiday there are food drives, and every Christmas there's all these food drives. Can openers. Don't forget can openers. Don't forget milk. Don't forget, if you're going to do canned goods, they don't have anywhere to get it unless you send can openers. So please, as you're donating this year, send some can openers.
Right.
All right. You ready for our next gal?
Bring her in. Let's have a time with her.
I am so excited. Her and I, we've known each other for a while, but we've really only worked together once. And it was such a wonderful, crazy experience that day. And I'm super excited to kiki with her. So let's welcome to Inside the Drag Closet, the incredible BELLACENTRIC DeFlairs.
Hello, hello, hello.
Bonjour, bonjour.
How you doing, girl?
I'm fantastic. How's everybody feeling?
Fabulous.
Delicious.
Do you want to give us a little who, what, where about you?
Absolutely. Good evening, everyone. I'm BELLACENTRIC DeFlairs. Tonight, what am I wearing? One of my favorite wigs by the wonderful Crimson Scholar. I believe she goes by Crimson Delicious Wigs, but look up Crimson Scholar. Check her out for wigs. Jewelry is Michelle Lee Sterling of Raving Diva Jewels. And then it's a romper, but we're not gonna show off the whole romper. But it's a romper by Jose Figueroa. And this is the romper I wore when I very first met Trixie. So I thought I'd throw something on a little bit meaningful for tonight.
Aww.
And then where can you find me? You say, oh, I know. Where can you find me? I'm a little bit of everywhere. This weekend is a fun, busy weekend. Saturday is Out in the Park, which is held at the Reading Phillies Stadium in Reading. So I'll be performing at Out in the Park, which is sponsored by the LGBT Center of Reading. And I'll be representing the Reading Pride Celebration as their ambassador. So I'll be performing at Out in the Park. And then you can catch me at Franklin County Pride on Sunday afternoon. So I'll be there. And then, of course, I host a show in Shillington every once a quarter. So you catch us in the fall, the winter, the summer, and the spring. We call it the Hello whatever season of this show. And I'll be hosting the Vampires Brunch October 13th. So check out our Facebook page. It's under BELLACENTRIC DeFlairs, and you can catch whatever show we're in that week.
Very nice. You seem to be a busy woman.
I love being busy. If you're not busy, I don't know what I'm doing.
I know. Idle hands, baby. Idle hands.
It just means I'm stoning something if I'm not doing that.
Constantly doing that. Oh.
Bella, I want to talk a little bit about, you have a lot of faith-based stuff behind you. I want to talk about the faith aspect of your drag, if you don't mind.
No, not at all. Not at all. So for those who don't know, my bachelor's degree is in theology. But I have a dual bachelor's, it's theology and social work. But I am currently at United Lutheran Seminary getting my doctorate in ministry. I am a Lutheran pastor, so you can catch me preaching at Atonement Lutheran Church in Wyomissing. Before that, I was at Tree of Life in Harrisburg, was my first internship site. So I got to do a little bit there, back and forth. But I am a evangelical Lutheran pastor.
Wow, that's neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been great. The intersection's been great because it's been neat to build those bridges and answer the questions that you don't get to ask or you're not comfortable asking. Sometimes you really don't want to walk into a church and ask that question, or you're not ready for it, or you've had a question that's been sitting on your heart for a really long time. And then you find out that the 6'1" man in a wig next to you can answer that question. And I've built a lot of beautiful bridges, just being able to take that time to answer the question in the best way possible.
I love that.
That is
I
so
love that.
inspiring, because I think as queer people, we, especially with politics being what they are right now, we get so afraid of religion at this point because it's weaponized against so many people. So to hear
Right.
that it is such a beautiful, wonderful, inspiring part of your life really gives me hope, and I appreciate that.
Right. Religion needs more of a voice in our community, I think.
And I feel so often it is weaponized and we feel attacked by it. So we want to run from it, retreat from it. We don't want to engage with it. But I believe the very first Pride that I went to and took my kids to was Lancaster County Pride. And I walked around and I began counting, and I think they had 20 different tables set up that were different churches. And I was just so surprised because I was, walking around being my authentic self. And then I was surrounded by other members of clergy who were like handing me books upon books saying, here, take this and, verse yourself well enough so that you can answer their questions, because you'll be on a side that we'll never get to stand on. So it's just a unique perspective that I get to have. And it's an honor and privilege to ever get to answer any questions.
That's amazing.
And that's just proof that love is love. You know what I mean? Love is love. And regardless of where it comes from, how you read it, what book it came from, love is love is love is love. So
love is love is love is love is love.
I want to share this from the incredible Camden Summers. BELLACENTRIC DeFlairs has been my personal hero since the day we met.
Oh, he's incredible. He's incredible.
Oh, that's so nice.
He's inspirational on his own. He's incredible.
Yeah. Camden, message me sometime. I want to chat with you. I want to get you on the show.
TV.
Yeah.
You want to be on the big screen,
TV, Daddy?
You want to be on social media television like we are right now?
You want to be a star?
Star. It's your own vodcast. Our podcast was so good, we had to put a V in front of it. It's a vodcast.
Vodcast.
For very good.
Bella, and now, you have stepped into the America pageantry system. What is that like?
Oh, my goodness.
Makes you want to pull your hair out.
Unfortunately, it makes me want to put a bigger wig on.
I do.
It is everything I dreamed it would be. To be perfectly honest, I fell in love with pageantry from the second I started drag. It really pulled me into drag was pageantry. I wanted to be Reading's Pride Ambassador so badly. So it really fueled me into doing drag heavier because I wanted to get this ambassadorship. And Amy Vonate was like, you can do it. You can be the Pride Ambassador. You just let's 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go.
I love her. She's great.
And she sends her love to y'all because I told her I was talking to her earlier as I was.
Hi, Amy.
I was supposed to send her a song and I never did. Haha, I'm a good person.
You're wonderful.
Wonderful. And after I achieved that goal, is when I met Trixie and when we really got into it. And then she taught me everything about the America system. And then my heart just burst. I was like, this is everything. It's just I was like, this is everything. I was like, I will fight tooth and nail. Let's go. Let's start planning. What does it take? And she's like, listen, let's shoot it. Let's go. And
Money.
Lots of money. I have a credit card. We're not talking right now. But
Lots of money.
I used to always joke, like, Derek gets asked all the time, like, what's it like living with Jade DeFlairs or being married to Jade DeFlairs? And he's like, I'm not married to Jade DeFlairs. I'm married to Mitch. And my joke is, no, Jade is our roommate that has my credit card number and keeps buying stuff.
Well,
I mean, that's what it's like. I would hate myself if I ran for America because I would be broke.
I have to be honest. I have Trixie though, so stoning. We'll buy the base gown and we'll go all the way to the max with it. We'll spend out. It'll be like midnight on a Friday, and we're still stoning until the sun comes up. So I have that wonderful connection to really every step of the way. She is there to absorb whatever cost corner we can cut because we'll do it ourselves. So sewing, all that stuff. Shirley Devine helped me alter my dress so that it fit right. So there's been some. What we could do, we did. So there's been some great help out there.
your dress at your evening gown for Miss Harrisburg was beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That was
It was unique.
Yeah.
It's a style you don't see often, and I love it.
I love a peplum.
Oh God, yes.
Yes,
hide my fupa, baby. Give me a peplum all day.
And when I found out it could come up, I was like, let's go.
Baby. Upside down peplum all day, honey. 360 pep, baby. Absolutely. All day. Encase me in peplum, honey. Encase me in peplum. I'm good.
Trixie hand beaded that. She hand sewed every little bead on there. And I was like, ooh, that was
I'm not doing that.
Right. Wonderful comment from Christina Whitney. Bella, you were awesome in the Reading Pride Celebration Ambassador competition.
Oh, thanks, Christina's wonderful. She has been there for everything. From the second I stepped into Reading Pride, she has supported everything. I can't thank her and her sister Robin enough. They are everything. It's those people that support you from the moment they meet you that just mean the world to you.
That's
absolutely
amazing. Well, Bella, we're going to give you a minute backstage, and then we're going to bring you and Trixie back, and we're going to answer a whole bunch of questions from the audience. Sound like a plan?
Get those questions going. Sounds like a plan.
Excellent. See you in a minute. Oh, this is fun.
It's going to be a hoot.
Oh, yeah. While we have a moment, I have to tell you, like, I'm so excited to be doing Divas again. I really want to push Divas tonight for some reason.
Please do. Look at it. Isn't that nice?
Right.
There's you and me and the girls.
Right. And Derek has another show coming up called Drag Me to the Tavern in Southern Maryland. Very fun little event. We did that earlier this year, last year. When did we do that? I don't remember.
April or May of this year. April of this year.
Yeah. But they're doing another one. Sadly, Amethyst and I were not available. But Xander Valentine is going down this time. Returning will be Chastity Vane, Katarina Couture, Alize La Diamond, and they're getting Jayla Nicole this time.
I am so upset that I cannot be in this show.
Right? That's such a fun lineup.
If I didn't have something major to do the day before.
I have the fair the day after.
And I'm competing for Miss Pennsylvania.
Well, I was at the Ren Fair today. We had 9,000 middle school and elementary school kids at the fair today.
Oh.
Yeah.
God, that made me nauseous.
Right.
Don't do that to me. That's a lot of children.
It was, but the day was done by 3:00, and I was like, all right, we're good. While we're talking about children, I want to talk about one of your kids and the fact that I get to be a guest on her podcast. I will be a guest star on Glitter on My Tips with Alanya Chest and Trixie Valentine this upcoming Monday at 8 p.m. So make sure you tune into that. You can find them on Facebook as well. I'm excited about that. They were like, you don't have to be in drag if you don't want to. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be coming off a fair weekend after 2 school days. I'm going to be exhausted.
Mhm.
We shall see what happens.
Yeah.
Before we bring back our guests, I do want to talk a little bit about our merch because we still have merch available. All you have to do is head to www.jadedeflairs.com/merch to pick up hoodies, sticker packs,
hoodie season.
t-shirts. This hoodie, still valid.
Still my fave. Love that. Love that. It is hoodie season, everybody. Get you a hoodie. What would be better than us wrapped all around you, keeping you warm?
Exactly.
Because that's the closest you're going to get.
Yeah, that's true.
So you know, you
Right.
might as well.
We are both happily taken ladies.
Yes. Yes, indeed. I got to get one of those purple hoodies with the dragons. Not that's cute.
Oh yeah, I got the Inside the Drag Closet one, but I got it in pink, and it is my favorite hoodie.
Nice.
And I'm not being paid to say that. That's my favorite hoodie. It's so soft. It's so wonderful.
Brought to you by Blammo.
Exactly. All right, let us bring back our two incredible guests, and we are going to answer a whole bunch of questions from the audience. So let's welcome Trixie DeFlairs and BELLACENTRIC DeFlairs.
Hey, Wells.
All righty. So I want to start. I want to throw the curveball out there very early. Hey, Bella, what is one question you always wanted to ask Trixie but never have?
Oh shit. One question I always want to ask Trixie but never have. You know what's crazy? We're oddly an open book. There's not much we don't talk. We've gone on like 3 vacations together. There's not much we haven't seen or done.
Not together.
Not together.
We are. I have questions. I have questions.
Gosh.
I just found my question now.
I just found my question.
I'm kidding. Carry on.
Do you need a minute to think about it?
I do, because any question I would ask, I know the answer to.
Gotcha. Then we're gonna. I'll segue to this because this is a fun one. Katie Bourbon actually says, Trixie, we have a very 6 degrees to each other if you're interested.
Yeah.
That's more of a, Katie, what are you talking about? Because
I want to know. I seen that comment earlier. I was like, I want to know.
Because she's based in Jersey. So I'm wondering, like, what that connection is. I know Katie has been flirting with the idea of creating a drag king persona. His name is Rhett Herring. Bit hilarious.
Love that name.
Right. He showed me some of his like test photos, and we were like, oh yeah, you're every douchebag I would never accept a drink from in a bar.
Or I would.
Maybe. If you don't want to wake up anytime soon.
She would.
Well, you know.
Because she's a pure thing. I've never met Trixie, but she was the maid of honor for my ex-boyfriend's wedding in New Orleans.
That's awesome.
Wait, you dated Tommy?
I love that.
Shut up.
That's amazing.
That was one of our vacations together. We went. Bella and I went down to New Orleans for Labor Day weekend.
For Southern Decadence.
It's like gay Mardi Gras.
It was so fun.
Wait, no, ex's brother.
Oh.
Pat? Is it Patrick?
Petunia?
Does he have more brothers?
The awkward part about this is there's a time delay.
I
love it. Where's her comment? Where's her comment? Where's her comment? We're getting a lot of questions in this time, so this is working out.
I love this.
She dated Pat.
Oh, I love Pat. He's adorable.
You hooker.
Typing is hard.
Typing is stupid, honey. I understand.
Right? That's funny. All right. Hiding in plain sight, the incredible Eve Brown would like to know, what is the most challenging item you've ever stoned? Trixie, why don't you start with
fabric.
that
one? Oh, sorry.
It was a headpiece because I was using the wrong glue.
Wow.
Everything was just like sliding and slipping, and I'm like, will you just stay there?
Yeah.
But yeah.
How about you, Bella?
This it was a staff. It was a PVC staff that had feathers coming out of the top. But whatever glue you put on, the stones would just slide no matter, because it's all. Oh, no, thank you.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Amethyst.
Sequin velvet fabric. Don't ever do it, no matter what anybody ever tells you to do. Any of those dresses that you get, those fabulous dresses, by the way, from Miriam Luciano, with that lovely, dense velvet sequin fabric. Don't you ever stone that ever in your life. Don't do it. You will go cross-eyed doing it. You can't see the glue because everything's shiny. Don't do it.
What
It's
glue
not
do you
that.
use?
I use E6000. I use the clear stuff.
See, I use the Jewelette.
It's
What's
white.
E6000?
It's white, and then it dries clear.
Oh my God, it was the worst experience of my life. I was so mad because I started, so then I had to finish.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
I've only, now that I'm like, what if
Beautiful
I
dress.
I was like, Jade, what have you stoned that was?
I have this Galaxy Fabric sci-fi dress that I stoned in like dark, like blue AB stones. I don't stone a lot of stuff. Like that's.
I was stoning all
I
afternoon.
actually, it's funny. I've been sitting here kind of going, I want to send that dress over there to Trixie and Bella and say, hey, stone that for me. Let's have some fun.
You know,
My music note dress.
Oh, yes.
I think that'd be actually. I have two of them. One is the black and white one, but
The
one
paint
is all like
splash.
80s color.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
the paint splash one.
Yeah, the paint splash one. Yeah, I might. Yeah, we're gonna talk after the show.
That'd be fun, Stone.
I like the song that goes with that dress.
Which one? Do Re Mi.
Yeah, it's already going in my head.
Nice.
You just said the dress. I'm like,
Alanya would like to know, Amethyst, why don't you do the show at the tavern? MGPA can wait.
Oh my God, she's so pretty.
She
So pretty.
is trying my nerves. Let me tell you something. No, not at all. She is just afraid that mommy's going to destroy her at Miss Pennsylvania. That's all. It's okay. It's a little competition. I know,
Right.
you know. She'll be a lovely 10th alternate. Coming up next on Inside the Drag Closet.
Damn.
Look, we are less than 3 weeks away. It's time, baby. And
Still pretty though.
it has begun. Mortal Kombat. It is time. It is. I wish you the very best.
So, actually, I'm going to throw it back to Bella. Did you think of a question yet?
but I don't know about Trixie.
Not that you don't know, just
Oh.
something you've never actually asked her.
Something I've never actually asked her.
Sorry, that was funny.
I know.
I love it.
Family.
I love how close the two of you are.
I was gonna say
Like,
we are so. I was gonna say, what would be a question that you don't think that we wouldn't know or that we wouldn't have asked each other? Like, what's?
Eileen says, "What's her biggest turn on?"
Oh Lord, Eileen. Come on, Eileen.
Do we really want to put that on the internet?
That's up to
Honey,
her.
That's up to
We're on
her.
Both of you said open book.
It's about, attention. I'm a Leo. Tell me I'm pretty. You got it. You're welcome.
Well, then I'm going to turn the tables. Trixie, what's one thing you always wanted to ask Bella but never have?
If you could have had a different drag mother, because we all know you have a father, who would your other mother have been?
Shirley Devine.
And why is it amethyst?
I love that. Oh gosh, I don't even think I would have even thought amethyst would have been an option. I love that. I think it probably would have ended up being like Shirley Divine. It probably would have ended up over in that direction.
I like that answer.
And that's another thing too. Go with your aesthetic. You know what I mean? You want to find somebody who is along the same, category of drag that you are.
Yeah. I probably would have been picked up though in the same family line that I'm already in. That line was they're the first group I met. I don't know how I got how I just got lucky enough to be trickled to get to Trixie.
I do want to talk about that a little bit because like this picture is so stunning and so captivating, and it reminded me of something, and I want to talk for a minute about this picture. Who remembers her?
Oh, mother. My first
Everybody,
one.
Cleona DeFlairs Sterling.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She painted me for one of the first Pride pageants. I looked exactly like her. And then looking at that picture of Bella, I could see my face in her. But then I remember Divinity and I looking at each other when she was in full gown, hair, everything. We both looked, tears were like welling up. I was like, nope. Go walk away. I can't. Nope.
Over me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's get a more recognizable picture of Cleona up here. How about that? Yeah.
Yep,
That's sexy.
Right? That's
Oh,
my
gosh.
sister.
Looks like us
I
walking
missed
out of
her.
school.
Sexy. Go #goals.
Right?
Yeah.
Kudos to
Who caught
Cleona.
Who caught us walking out of Vogue on a Friday night?
What?
Wait, what happened Friday?
Who caught a picture of us walking out of Vogue on a Friday night?
We haven't been there in a moment.
Been there. Yeah. Been there.
Yeah, I wanted to awe Fancy Dismounts like, aw, Cleona.
Hey, Fancy, we'll see you on Friday.
Right? Miss Fancy Dismount is joining us at Divas Down Under this month, which is going to be fantastic. Yeah, Cleona and I, like, we were part of this, like, inseparable group of 6 of us. We were the coaches from Amateur Drag Race in season 2, and we just clicked, and we had each other's backs, and everyone thought there was so much infighting with us, and there really wasn't. Like, me, Cleona, Felicia O'Toole, Katarina Couture, Shirley Truffle, Sherry Trifle for anyone, and Mandy Lee Welsh. And now the only one I really see is Kat. Everybody
God
just
bless it. Oh my God.
But yeah, we were quite the group. So our next question here, this is for both Bella and Trixie. Where do you take inspiration for your drag? Who wants to do that first?
I'm trying to think.
It's tough.
Yeah. I mean, when I first started doing drag, I was like, I just want to have that name that's like very the ditzy blonde, but will also like screw you up in the parking lot after. Like, it's one or the other. And I still feel like even when I'm performing, it's that same thing.
Yeah. I still remember Baby Trixie at Stonewall in 2014.
I was probably naked doing something stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, I still remember the first time I met you, and you were just this little goth alt bitch who knew how to outdance everybody. Because I remember giving you a song from the Kinsey Six, because they do a parody of Roxy. That's Trixie.
I think the next show that I did with you, I did that.
Yep.
I was like,
we did that. that sideshow burlesque themed pride show.
Yeah.
It was my first pride benefit. Yeah. How about you, Bella? Where does your inspiration come from?
When I very first started, it was just that I wanted to be funny. Like I wanted to have that like little bit of like humor to it. But I didn't know enough about drag to have an inspiration. I just knew what I needed and just to keep crafting. And then as I got into the things, then people like started telling me what my aesthetic was, but I didn't really overly know. And then I sit across from people, and then like that's my favorite way to do makeup, is to sit across from somebody like table to table, and then like match as they go. And then that's how I learned like different shapes and faces and ways to do it.
That's how I learned.
That's a great
watching
way to
people.
do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Anytime I was not in a show and I was just there to watch, I would always go backstage and be like, do you mind if I sit here and just watch you paint?
Step by step live. It will always be the video. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I had a couple girls ask me to paint them, and when they were starting out, and every time I did, I was like, I will paint half of your face, and then you have to match it on the other side. And let me tell you, that's a great way to make a Jekyll and Hyde face.
Yeah.
But it's a great way to learn, too, because you're kind of like, okay, my eyebrow's here. I need to be here. Huh. I love that challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, our next question. Alanya just coming in with all the good questions tonight. Bella, who do you think will be your biggest competitor for MGPA other than Amethyst, and why? And then we'll get to the second part of that in a moment.
Who I think will be my biggest competitor other than Amethyst? It would be silly not to say Miss Morgan. I got to watch her compete for Central, and it was just stunning. It was so great, from dress to talent. Everything was just absolutely stunning. So, I mean, of course, Morgan's just an absolute drop-down competitor.
Nice. And the second half of that, Trixie, are you dressing your child, and are you excited that she won your previous title?
So I might be booked already that night, so I don't know if I'm even showing up. I don't know if she knows that yet, so you're welcome. No, I'm already going to be there. And of course I'm excited. Just to be back as a former for the first time was exciting in general, and then to be able to help somebody that I've grown so close with to reach that same level as well was just a pleasure in itself.
Awesome. I love that. I'm going to let Amethyst answer this next question from Memphis Alvarez. When am I going to be on?
You are, baby. You're right here, and you are all over right there. like literally. Hey, babe, I'm so glad you're here. We must get her on the show. Sorry, I'm late. I'm so late. You're always on the show, girl. All the time. Every single episode is back.
Send me a Facebook message and we'll chat and we'll talk dates.
The lovely creator of many of the wigs you see behind me. So yes,
I want to get one of hers once I'm making money again.
She's great. She's absolutely great.
Aw, Estevan Valentine watching this evening. Love him. What keeps you inspired even during those tough moments? We can all answer this one. That's a good one.
We can all answer that one. Hold on.
Yeah.
Who wants it first?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go since I'm in the bottom corner. It's going to be a mixture between my biological family. So I'm married. I have a spouse, Sabrina. She's at most of the shows. She's very willing to wake up and say, you have a show, let's go. Even when I'm like, I can't do this. I don't want to do this. Let's go. And then Trixie is standing directly next to her, yelling the exact same sentiments. Sometimes a little more vulgar and a little rougher, but she's right next to her yelling the same sentiments.
I love that. I want to talk about your family life in a little bit, but I want everybody to have a chance to answer that question. How about you, Trixie? What keeps you inspired during tough moments?
Being on stage is just kind of an outlet for me without the whole actual like going to a therapist. So there's a lot of times where I will do something that is kind of like you were saying with my talent number, that is so emotionally like draining that I don't want to do anything after. But it's just one of those, like, just to get that kind of release in a healthy way, depending on how you look at it. Yeah, that's pretty much that's why I do what I do.
I like that. I feel that very much. Like after a show, some people think I'm a bit of a bitch because when I'm done with the show, I'm like, I kind of just want to go change and be done. And I'm one of those people. If you want to bring friends back to the dressing room and we're sharing a dressing room, I am an absolute horrible human being because I just want to be left alone at that time. And I hate it, but I leave it all on the stage. Like that's the decompression time. Amethyst's face just now, she's just like, yeah, Jade will kill you. I'm very, when I'm done. Like I'll stay out, I'll get photos with people, but when I go back to that room, that's privacy. So I become a bit of a monster when I'm back there. And don't let that face fool you. She is too.
Who, me? No. Never.
Right. What about you, Amethyst? What keeps you inspired?
The love of all of the friends and family and supporters and followers and just all the people who constantly give me back the energy that I put out into the world. Just that constant exchange of feeling and emotion and appreciation and gratitude. There's plenty of days where I sit down in front of this vanity and I look in the mirror and I go, I hate you. Because sometimes this can be a lot. It's emotionally draining. It's physically draining. It's mentally draining to do this. And I do this for a living. So having all that love and support of my friends and my sisters and my family just cheering for me and applauding me and saying, hey, you're doing a really good job, and we love you and we're grateful for you. That's enough of a reason for me to give a damn enough to keep going. So
I like that.
Yeah.
We've got these questions are flying in tonight. I'm not going to lie. The numbers are really big tonight for the show. So we might go a little bit over our time. If we go over a little bit, is that cool with the two of you? Awesome. The next question from Christine Russo. Bella, would you ever audition for Drag Race?
No, not me. I'm really, if anything, I would just stick with just pageant stuff. I like them. If there's always a different pageant system to go into, so when you don't feel challenged enough, find another pageant system. Drag Race just isn't my type of area. I always said that if it became too dramatic, if drag became too dramatic for me, I'm out. This is what I do for fun. This is what I do for release, and that's not my scene.
That's valid.
I love that.
Yep. I want to backtrack for a second. We were talking about like the dressing room and decompressing, and Derek just pointed out this lovely quote. You will not make us lose this gig. We have worked too hard for too many years. Direct quote from Amethyst Diamond.
Look, I said what I said. I said what I said. If that crazy crackhead wanted to act up in the hallway, wearing nothing but the skin the good Lord gave her, slamming a door across the hallway from our hotel room, no, she's not taking out my paycheck. No. Somebody come get her. She's had enough. So yeah. Tamia was there for that, I believe, wasn't she?
I think Tamia was there.
Tamia was there, or Diamond Doll, one of the two, or both.
You had to be bad cop because I had left.
You weren't there, so I had to be you.
Yeah, and I'm a monster.
She's beautiful. She's beautiful. I
do want to throw that question out to everybody else. Would anyone else here audition for Drag Race?
No.
No.
I did the very first season, and that's when it was an online poll sort of thing
Yep.
before it became what it is. No, I'm good. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm good.
Yep.
If it's meant to be, it will be given to me.
Yeah. I auditioned 9 times, and I've chatted with some of the queens that have been on the show, and they were very upfront with me about my chances, and they were just like, hey, you're in your 40s. That's not what they're looking for. They are looking for a very, very niche market of drag, and I'm like, cool, I'll go where I'm appreciated. Not saying that a queen in her 40s can't get on, but there's always going to be just one. So that's a thing. Fancy just pointed out that her granddaughter just got on Dragula. Nice.
Nice.
That's incredible.
That's cool.
I like that.
Now, something like that I would do.
Dragula?
Something like that's in like that raw, like the first 3 seasons of Drag Race where it was like real, like the drama was there. This I feel like is so scripted now. And
Onyx on Dicks. God, I love that name.
Right, Onyx on Dicks.
That is fantastic.
Such a sweetheart too.
Do we have Onyx on the show? No, we had Sir Onyx on our show. But yeah, like a lot of the shows are just getting too, like, I would have loved to do Drag Race the early seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now you got to spend like $50,000 just on an entry level season, and just have a chance to win. And I'm like, nah, I'm good.
No.
Our next question from Alice. I love this name, Alessandro Frankenberry. Is the House of DeFlairs planning to be competing beyond PA, regional or national or nationwide?
Oh, well, we better be going to nationals.
It just depends on how things go. I mean, I always say yes, put it in the air. Put it in the air. Because even if it doesn't work here, it worked for PA, there's
other options.
There's other options.
Yeah. This next question is very much for Bella. From Orion Angel, how do you balance school and ministry and family and drag?
I love a good calendar. We keep a shared calendar. So we keep a shared calendar that everybody just, if you put it on, the second you hear about it, put it on there. It goes to everybody's phone. You know where each other are. We have one big one that the whole family has, and then one that's like each individual group. We also have Life 360, which is like a shared, like where everybody is app. So that way, if you like forget a kid or something, you can be like, oh, they're still at school. You like look it up. There they are. You're like,
where did I leave it?
Didn't you get them? Oh, I didn't get them. You look it up. Oh, they're still there. But
you're still here.
and being willing to go digital, use the digital things that are out there to help you track your time. Sometimes you double book yourself, and be willing to admit that too. Be like, you know what, my bad. I completely forgot that I committed to this and this, and I can't make both work.
Yeah. And your family is so supportive of you as well, which is a beautiful thing to see. Because a lot of time, and not so much anymore, which is a wonderful like change in the world right now, when a person would have children, that would be, oh, I don't want them to find out I do drag. It's such a hush. Now it's like one of your kids does drag. That's amazing.
They do. It's still, you still get a lot of against it. Fortunately, we have a very our little Pennsylvania bubble that we have, this little bubble around us, is very strong, very protective of each other. I know that my kids are safe wherever I take them when I'm in our community. And I know that our community supports and loves us. So I'm not, I know that we're okay where we're at, and I don't have that fear or worry. In fact, the only regret I have is not doing it years ago, not coming out years ago and starting this years ago. 5 days until I hit 1 year in drag.
Wow. and you've already held 400 titles. That's amazing.
If you do something, do it right.
Exactly. This next question is sent to Bella, but I think we're all going to have to answer this because this is a good one. It's another Drag Race one, but it's also a fun one. Bella, who would you play in Snatch Game?
Oh, I love that. I like when they impersonate other like popular drag queens. I think it's funny. So like I like when somebody else does, I don't know, Alaska or something. So I get compared to Jimbo all the time. I really do. I get compared to Jimbo a lot. So I think it would be awesome to just go full-blown Jimbo. Like, just go out there and give Rue Jimbo. Rue always thinks Jimbo's funny already. So just blow him up and just go full-blown Jimbo. So I think I would do Jimbo in Snatch Game. Would be my strategy.
Funny you say that. It's now in the rules. You're not allowed to do a Drag Race queen.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Then
Maybe one of
maybe
my auditions, I did Katya.
Maybe a really bad version of Cher. Like a fat Cher, like a swollen
Chair.
Chair.
Fair.
Chair.
How about you, Trixie? Who would you be?
I've gotten.
Stop it, Camden.
I feel like I want to do. I would want to do like Marilyn Manson. No, the best person to do Jennifer Coolidge, Divinity. Oh my God, we were in a hotel room. She read the entire Domino's menu, front to back. I told her, I was like, if you don't stop, I'm going to throw up.
It's so funny.
So good. Hands down the best.
I can definitely imagine her being very good at that.
Wow. Now we're going to do a deep dish.
Oh my God, it was so good.
Now I'm hungry.
Right.
You're welcome.
Who would you be in Snatch Game?
I'd be Wendy Williams probably.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm now like going through the list of characters I've done on Snap, like in my auditions, because the first couple seasons you had to do one celebrity, then they switched it to 3.
Oh.
So like the first time it was 3, I was Queen Elizabeth II, that asshole woman who wouldn't sign gay marriage certificates, and Judy Tenuta right before she passed.
Oh wow!
But I've also been like Madam from Waylon Flowers.
That was great.
I did Katya before. What?
I gotta turn these comments off. Sorry, they got me. They got my attention.
Oh really? I should do Wednesday Addams. I could do that. I would do Madonna at this point.
I would do Freckle from The Gay and Wondrous Life of Caleb Gallo.
Yes.
I need to watch it.
Do the whole
It is an hour-long show on YouTube. I'll post the link after. The funniest thing you'll ever watch.
I do my makeup to it every time I do my makeup.
Nice.
Really?
It's how I keep my time. It's how I keep my timing. But it's so funny. It's so funny.
Alanya just posted that she auditioned as Tyler Perry for Drag Race.
That's layers.
Oh, I love that.
My husband Derek said he wants to see Trixie as Jeffree Star.
You do a great Jeffree Star. Stop.
Yeah, just walk around being problematic. You'll be fine.
I already am.
Jack.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
All right. We're up to 11 questions now, and we just went through like 5 of them. This is awesome. If you could write one song that would be your personal drag anthem, what would you call it, and what genre would it be? Good God, that's a good question.
Oh my God! If you write a song that would be your personal drag anthem.
It would have to be Shit, I Have to Stone This. And it'll be like a very morbid, very slow, like almost Billie Eilish.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That.
I think at this stage of my drag career, it would be something very Eye of the Tiger. Something very like totally like something that would just be like, okay, bitch, it's time to get up again. So yeah, 9 to 5. It could even go country, honestly. You know, wake
I
me
think
up before you go go. All these would be my answer.
I like it.
I want like a gay gospel anthem, like just like this like drag anthem that's like gospel. Yeah, it's like a full blown like gets the whole crowd up and going. Like everybody's, yeah, taking
Bella,
everybody to church, but in like a drag way.
have you ever listened to the Kinsey Six?
I don't think so.
We've had them on the show before. They're America's favorite dragapella beauty shop quartet. They do a gospel number called "Be a Slut." I'll play it for you after the show is over because, copyright things are interesting, but it's so good. Look into the Kinsey, everybody out there, just look into the Kinsey Six. We've had them on the show twice. They're amazing. You're going to love them. They do like barbershop quartet, but it's cover songs. Like one of my favorites is called Bedroom Ants, which is all just gaga.
Done.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a thing. I think if I had an anthem, it would be super like late 90s club music, but it would be very much like Amethyst, just keep going, just keep doing stuff, just keep working,
just keep swimming.
Yep. Yes, your sciatica's acting up, Grandma. Come on, keep going.
Sure is.
Right. Next question. This is from Tamia. Amethyst, when can I paint your mug?
You want to print my mug, huh?
Print your mug?
It's already printed all over our merch at www.jadedeflair.com/merch. Look. I know she's been wanting to. A lot of people. Look, see, look there. Print that out, baby. There, print this. Print this. She has been wanting to pay me for the longest time. I'm so picky with my face. So picky. So picky. I've always painted myself. You know what I mean? And it just gives me anxiety, the thought. But I know vulnerability is the best way to grow. So, second day from never I will consider, I'm sure.
I've had Tamia paint me before, and it was a fun time.
Oh, full disclosure, Tamia is a fabulous makeup artist. Like, I'm not questioning her ability to do so. One bit. She's amazing at makeup. But yeah, maybe I'll have to try a new look, We'll see.
Next question is from the incredible Mix Jacob Kelly, also known as Trixie Valentine.
Hey,
what is a goal of yours you want to achieve with drag that hasn't been achieved yet? Who wants to take that?
Retirement. I have been reaching towards retirement for the longest time, and it has yet to. No, I haven't. I'm just being facetious. I'm kidding.
You should do that on the 19th.
Right. Right. I'll consider. Probably being Miss Gay America. Yeah.
Nice. Who else?
I feel like kind of along the same lines as Amethyst. I feel like it's always, I want to do PA. And then from there, it's, okay, let's go to that next. I really want to do EOI. I love America for what it is. It's definitely like honed in on like what I want and like the professionalism of everything. I just want to take that creative segue with it now. And I'm like, let's just do it.
Absolutely.
I like that.
I'm gonna go smaller. I would like to either be in like a mainstream show, like one of the larger shows that happen regularly, or to be casted, like something that's more regular, less driving 2 hours for midnight bar
$25
or less. But yes, I would like to do like a mainstream show or cast it. So that's a current goal.
I like that.
It'll happen.
I would like this show to be picked up by a network or something. Like I would like to not have to run everything behind the scenes while, doing the show.
Wouldn't that be really cool, Roku? Wouldn't that be nice?
Right.
Roku.
Remember when we were on Roku for one episode?
Cool. Somebody call Netflix or something, for God's sakes.
Right.
It's getting really hard saying this pretty. So
I've been very focused on, not reaching out to the girls I know on Drag Race to do the show because like every show is so Drag Race, Dragula, Camp Wanakiki. And we're not doing that anymore. Like we might do Camp Wanakiki, but like we're not playing that game. This is a show for the local talent. And I want to keep it that way. But I want these stories to be told to more people, and we need, backing to do that. So we're just going to keep trucking along. And, Yep.
Right. Eventually we'll be on Tubi or like Freevee or like PBS after Sesame Street.
We'd have to stop saying fuck then.
Today's show is brought to you by the letter F and you.
Exactly. Oh. If you could add a unique pageant category that does not currently exist, what would it be and why? Mine would be group talent number. You must work with your fellow contestants. People would hate that.
I want something like if you're a dancing like shablam queen, I want you to just stand there and do a ballad.
Yeah.
Opposite.
Ballads only category.
Like just your face. Like bring the emotion with that.
That's why I miss shows like Amateur Drag Race, because we would give them challenges every week. And one of the challenges I kept on pushing for, and they never went for it. This week, you cannot perform in English. You must learn a song that is not in your native language. I always thought that would be so fascinating.
That was my favorite thing about when we did Epic Slayer, was that every week was a different competition challenge, and it was individual to each person. So somebody had to paint their face on stage. I had to make a costume out of cards. Every week was an individual challenge, and it really helped the people competing grow rapidly as artists. It was a really great competition. I hope to see that get back up and running.
Nice. Amethyst, any ideas?
I mean, it's a subcategory to a lot of the other categories, but I think honestly, and kind of piggybacking on what Trixie said, like that whole single, not solo talent, but just like a flat lip sync. You know what I mean? Like I want to see what kind of emotion you can give me simply based off your lip sync and face value. You know what I mean? And rely on absolutely nothing else. Because if you can tell us, I mean, and not tooting a horn, but that's how I perform. You know what I mean? I'm not a shablammer. You know what I mean? I'm not a dancer or anything. I go out and I emote with my feeling and I make you feel a certain way. You know what I mean? I like to walk on stage and set the tone, so to speak. So yeah, I want you to stand still and make me feel something. So
I love that. Got a couple comments here before our next question. Just want to say you've done a fabulous job representing our beautiful state. I've been so honored to get to know you, sister. It is my hope to also compete for an America preliminary and win my spot to MGA. I love you, sister, from Kimberly Danetta, Miss Equity Nova 2023.
That is Miss Kim Danita right there. Love you too, sister. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, and thank you for the compliment. I am 2 months away from my step down as Miss Maryland. Will be very bittersweet. I just had my last prelim on Sunday. Was it Sunday? Yeah, Sunday the 1st was my 5th and final prelim as Miss Gay Maryland America. So very bittersweet. Glamour Girl was the preliminary that took me to my victory last year. And October 1st was my 365th day as Miss Gay Maryland America. So thankfully, I have been blessed with an additional 56 days, and I will take them. I will take them indeed. So my step down is Saturday, November 25th at Tall Cedars Hall in Parkville, Maryland. All the information is, of course, on my Facebook page. Just keep on scrolling. You will find it, I assure you. But yes, Kim, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the kind words. So yes, love you.
We have so many people popping in just to watch tonight, and I'm very grateful to. From all the way on the other coast, Miss Nomi Moore is watching us this evening. The beautiful Nomi Moore.
Hi, baby. Thank you so much. It's always great to see our former guests tuning in.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
I love that.
From Shelly D. Hahn, for everybody, what is your favorite number to perform?
Gosh, anything Whitney Houston, I think. I can't pick a single number, but an artist. It's definitely either Whitney or Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
I love doing Feed Diamonds.
Yes, you do.
Just because of the entire costume. It's just so pretty.
Power by Little Mix is probably my favorite one to do. I love doing that.
Nice. Mine is my dance mix of Do Re Mi from The Sound of Music.
So good.
It's so fun. It's so lighthearted, and everybody knows it. My favorite part about doing that number is when there are interpreters trying to sign it. Because I just turn and I'm like, I am so sorry about what you're about to go through.
Go on lunch.
Oh, right. I did that at Frederick, Maryland Pride, and the interpreters were just like, oh my God. Like, yeah. Ooh.
Poor things, they were having a time with you.
Oh, yeah. Alessandro Frankenberry would also like to ask, what is your debrief or decompressing ritual after a performance? Yelling at people to get out of the dressing room.
Yeah, it depends on if it's the first or third number.
Yeah.
That.
If it's the first number, then it's just keep going. Just get this off me, get out of the way. I'm sweaty. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I just like to hang out with everybody in the show, but I just like to. I get quiet. I'm just done.
Yeah, because it
depends on who's in the show too.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah. Yeah. After the show, it's just like off.
Yep. Bella, anything to add?
For debriefing, we typically just go back and we talk. We go back. We end up staying wherever we're at typically because it's normally too late to go home. So we just go back, sit in the hotel room, talk until somebody falls asleep.
Yeah.
Normally me first.
That's
nice. We have 6 more questions here. We're gonna get through all of these. Before we get to them, I do want to talk about Derek's helpful drag tip for the evening.
Oh no.
Oh, I know. It's beautiful. So my husband is a show director and runs actually now the longest running drag show in South Central Pennsylvania. Alanya, I love you.
Southeast Central.
Right. But every week he comes up with a helpful drag tip. Sometimes it's for guests, sometimes it's for performers. Tonight, he says, fully commit to the body movements that you are attempting to perform or don't do them. Full arm extensions on windmills, actual splits, which involve both legs, and true dips. If you can't do the move, don't. Not everybody needs to be a dancer or a stunter to be a successful performer. You look like drunken Boo-Boo the Fool and will quickly gain a reputation for audiences as the performance for refilling your drink. Also, stretch.
I feel 100% attacked. 100% 1000% tact. Okay. I do the moves that my body allows. And I love them. And my arthritis. So if my leg gets to here, say you're welcome. Say thank you. Okay?
Give me $1.
Give me $1 for me getting my knee this close to my face. Okay?
Nana did her best.
Best I got.
Oh, Nomi just weighed in on this and speaks volumes. You can't hide bad lip syncing behind gymnastics.
Well, which is why I can't do gymnastics, because I can lip sync. I want you to see this.
And it's so true, though. Like, we all know the girl. I've watched performances recently of people who are like doing every dance move they can, and I'm like, you're not lip syncing, though.
Right.
Like your mouth stopped moving,
You're
and you are also
5, 6,
not.
7, 8.
Yeah, you're not masking it at all. You're just like, I'm like, okay, you don't know what you're doing. All right, good for you.
It's as high as my leg gets. Okay, that's all it gets. Still on that. That's all she gets.
We are almost at the end of our time, but we still have 7 more questions to go. So we are going to.
How did it go up, Jade? How did it go up?
Because people keep asking questions. So I am going to cap it at these last 7 questions, but these are some good questions. I want to talk about, well, one of them we already kind of answered. So this one I kind of want to talk about. Frank would like to know, what is the highest amount you've ever been tipped in one night? I don't discuss my tips publicly. Simple as that.
Yeah.
7 inches.
Ooh.
Just the tip?
Oh, that was just the tip.
You're
welcome.
I mean, to touch on there are very generous people out there. I will say that there are some very, 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 very generous people out there. Yeah. What's going on? Do I have gas? What is that?
Bella's having a moment like, shut up.
I am still on the camera.
That's exactly what just went down.
Amazing. I was in a dressing room once, and there was a girl walking around just like, oh my God, I just made $300 and I have a couple $100 bills. And we were like,
yeah,
no, you didn't. You put those in there yourself. So I don't talk about my tips publicly because it's not cute.
Especially because that's money that's freely given to us that that we don't have to get.
Yeah.
People don't have to do that. So I think, no, there are generous people out there though.
Oh yeah.
I will ask though, what was your favorite non-money tip that you've gotten?
Oh, I love that. Good job, Trixie. Good job.
Mine was a bag of Doritos.
Good job. Lots of snacks, lollipops, candy, all that stuff. Love that. And I will eat it while I perform because I do gymnastics and I can't lip sync, so I'll chew on a Snickers instead. And get that leg right to about here. Okay? I'm still on that. I still feel very attacked. Okay. Very attacked. Very.
I got a chicken strip once, and it was legit the most delicious chicken strip I had ever gotten in my life.
Look, I gotta go. I'm hungry.
Right?
Oh.
How about you, Bella?
Birthday ice cream. It was my birthday, and they went out and bought me ice cream.
Aw, that's awesome.
I've gotten so many origami dollars, like in the shapes of different, like in the shape of a ring, in the shape of a little T-shirt, a boat. I keep all those. I have a baby crane made out of $1. It's so cool. Those have been the best tips. Trixie, thank you for revamping that question because, sometimes people hand us some of the cool little bracelets that they've made. My friend Jess has made so many little bracelets for me and things like that. So, and I keep all those things surround my vanity. So that when, again, going back to that question, what keeps us going, those little trinkets that I get from everybody that means so much more to me than money, those are the best tips ever. So yeah,
I agree. If you went out of your way to think of something for me, like you thought about that, bought it, and brought it to me, that means a lot.
Yeah,
yes,
I like that.
yes.
This next question is a bit of a heavier one, but it's a good one from one of our Patreons, Chanel. Would like to know, have any of you beautiful people ever confronted your childhood traumas or bullies? I just did this past weekend and I feel beyond relief, and I'm glad I didn't black out like I nearly did. I've actually been contacted by people who bullied me in the past, and they've apologized. I've had a lot of people in my life recently kind of go, I underestimated you when you were younger, and if I ever stood in your way, I'm sorry for that. And I always respond with, I was a late bloomer. Like, I was a weird kid up until my 30s. So I appreciate them reaching out, but I'm happy with who I am now. So happened on my timetable.
Yeah. Yeah. Childhood traumas. Um, I think I was born so different that anything I would have considered a trauma just didn't register for me. I was born biracial, and I'm born gay. I was the child of a single mother. You know what I mean? So those three things growing up in the 80s and 90s was already wow for people. So I wouldn't say I had childhood traumas. I would say that I was born into a life that molded me into who I am today, and I'm very grateful for it. Um, Overcoming any trauma, it just made me fall in love with who I am more and open my eyes to a different perception of life, and that things happen for a reason, and things what will be, and what is meant to be will happen. And I think it's about finding your journey within that. That reverses that for me personally. So sorry, that was a lot.
No, it was good. How about you too?
I've definitely had like issues with like separation anxiety. I hate being alone. Whether it's just even somebody in the next room, whatever. So losing some of those friendships that I thought were as strong as what they were, um, taking that time to like kind of sit back and be like, do you know what? Why did it end the way that did? Like kind of touch base back on that. I mean, things obviously change, people change, like, so I just like last week I messaged somebody out of the blue. I was like, hey, like, why did we stop being as close as what we were? And just kind of went, and I was like, I would love to still be acquaintances. Like, I know we're not gonna hang out all the time like we did, and it is just kind of it is what it is.
I see a therapist every other week because of complex childhood trauma. And if you did not get relief from your trauma, you did not get relief from confronting your childhood bully, please go talk to somebody, a friend, a therapist, anybody. There's lots of people out there that are willing to help and listen. While my full-time day job is working as a crisis counselor and somebody who listens to other people's problems, I still have my own, and I'm still very willing to admit that and go speak and talk to people.
Sure.
So it's important to confront it and deal with it as you wish, as long as it's done in a healthy way. So they definitely exist.
Exactly.
I'm so glad the narrative around therapy has changed so much in the last few years, because like I would say therapy is such a good thing. Don't be afraid of it. There's not a stigma around it anymore. Like, if you need help, go see help. Because sometimes you need an impartial voice too. Like, you need someone to be like, hi, I don't know you that well, but here's what you're telling me and here's what I'm getting from it. So
Absolutely.
Now for a bit of a lighter question from Alize Le Diamond. Out of all the crowns you've all won, which one holds the biggest weight and impact in your life? For me, it's Amethyst Miss Gay Maryland crown.
She's that heavy. I needed another head. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Definitely being Miss Maryland. Absolutely. Being Miss Maryland has been an education far beyond. Has been a level up. Yeah. Definitely my Maryland title. Easily.
Well, my Reading crown's up there, but I have my Reading pit in my hand. Being Reading's Pride Ambassador has been an absolute honor and joy. They have treated me incredibly and have given me a platform and a voice and a group of people. It's an honor to be their ambassador. And that crown is just, it sits heavy on my head, but it gives me a very large platform.
Nice.
Awesome.
Mine was Queen of Hope in 2014 and 2015. Wonderful anti-bullying organization that sadly is not around anymore. Actually run by Cleona DeFlairs. But that was the title. Like, I was Miss Central PA Pride before that, but when that title came up, I was like, I want to be that representative. Mm-hmm. And there were only 6 title holders who ever held that title before the Foundation for Hope kind of disappeared. But it still means a lot to me. Yeah. 3 more questions. Who is your idol or inspiration in drag and why? My inspiration is always Madeline Kahn. She was nuts. And she was so glamorous, but not afraid to laugh at herself. And that's really important to me.
For me, it is Miss Gay America 2002, Sabrina White. She's always been a huge impact on my drag persona and who I aspire to be. She's a 2-time national title holder. She's been doing drag for over 30 years, and I absolutely adore her. She's truly the 8th wonder of the world. So I have much respect for her.
Nice.
Mine was actually it's gonna be the same answer that I had for Miss Hollywood Cabaret. I have 2, and they're both gonna be kind of for the same reasons, because of everything that life has kind of thrown at them, and still being able to be as professional and the excellence that they've been able to show on stage. So 1 is Divinity Cruise, and 2 is this dumbass right next to me. So
she's so nice to you.
She's
You're welcome.
Always
so
there with
sweet.
always there with a kind word.
Always.
Taking the dog, dumbass.
Dumbass. I want a hot dog. I'm hungry.
Hey, I love hot dogs. Is that normal? Do other people like hot dogs?
I do, and I have
Like
some
hot dogs
friends,
way
so
too
we can hurry this along.
I love hot dogs. I wonder if I can get somebody to make me a hot dog while we're finishing this up. If anybody out there is listening,
See?
I want a hot dog.
Real bad.
Real bad. My biggest drag inspiration, of course, no, Emily, is is absolutely going to be Trixie. Her kindness, her selflessness. She always goes out of the way to help everybody in the room, even if that means pushing me to the side for a little bit to make sure that everybody else is ready. That is just over the top. She sits across from you. She gives you hard love, which is not something I'm used to. I'm used to being like patted, and no, she will kick you down the stairs and then give you the band-aids, which is just something I have always needed. So that inspiration.
She's very honest.
which is wonderful and
Yeah.
absolutely wonderful.
Don't expect that though.
No, don't set those expectations high. And then I really, really, really admire Michelle Lee Sterling. I really, really do. You know, she is everybody's go-to. Whether they say it out loud or they whisper it, she is everybody's go-to. She is their like symbol of excellence in the back of their head. She has the answer for everything. I will always look up to Michelle. Always. She's just, you know, she'll give you that tough love, that real stern word, but also when you do it right, she'll let you know you did it right. And
That's true.
That is a feeling like no other when Michelle tells you did it right.
That is very true.
Agreed. That actually segues kind of nicely into the next question from our reigning, I don't know what the title is anymore, but the title holder for Central Pennsylvania Pride. I believe they're going with Royal still. I don't know. I've kind of been busy doing my own thing for a little bit. But Jasmine LaBelle Houston would like to know, congratulations, BELLACENTRIC DeFlairs. I'm curious, what would it be like if you were both competing at the same time for the same title?
Oh, we almost did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were ready. We were preparing to do that. When there might not have been enough people competing for one of the preliminaries, we prepared for both Trixie and I to run for that prelim. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that they still had that same experience and not just had that, like, I don't want to say like you were the only one, so here you go.
So,
which, you know, Jasmine, it's interesting that Jasmine asked that question because she kind of was worried about that for Central PA Pride because the other three contestants all backed out or no-showed the day of the pageant.
Right.
And she went in guns blazing and she was just like, I don't want anybody to be able to say this was handed to me. And she earned it.
Yeah. She didn't ask for that scenario to happen. So
Exactly. And we have one final question here. And this is a wonderful question for the end of the show. And this question is, what is your go-to product for removing your makeup?
yes.
Patrick, or one size.
I have that and the Clinique Wipe the Day Away.
Nice.
That it's a balm. Same. Yep.
I use a brand called The Fix, PHIX, and I use the Fix Double Oil Cleanser. It's an oil cleanser. It just takes it all off right away. I love it. But
excellent. Well, that Nomi Moore says Crisco.
oof, girl.
Does Crisco work?
I used to use dish detergent when I started.
Yep.
Like Dawn?
Yeah.
It eats through the grease.
I love
If
that.
it can
y'all
clean a baby seal, it can clean that walrus. You know what I'm saying? Lord have mercy.
This bitch. Well, everybody, we have gone way over our time, and it was totally worth it this evening. This has been an absolute joy. I have had such a great time tonight. I want to give all of our guests, I want to give all of us a chance to say goodnight to everybody, starting with our newest guest. Bella, do you have anything you would like to say to everybody still watching?
I saw a lot of wonderful people pop into the chat tonight that I personally know that have supported me from the very, very beginning when I started this journey in drag. And I want to thank all of you for hopping on tonight, coming to shows. I look forward to seeing you at future shows. And make sure you subscribe and follow to Inside the Drag Closet. We look forward to seeing you 2 Wednesdays. When's the next one?
The next one,
The 18th.
The 18th, and I completely forgot to upload our next guest's photo. Thank you for that segue, because on the 18th, we are going to be joined by the incredible Evita Peroxide.
Oh.
I am so excited to chat with her.
Nice.
She was the first one to reach out on my TikTok and be like, I want to be a guest on your show. I was like, yeah,
great.
you do.
Awesome.
Trixie, anything to say to our guests this evening?
Literally pretty much everything that Bella just said. If you guys want to see any of our shows, all of us have been posting. Tickets are definitely still available. Thank you for supporting Inside the Drag Closet and us. Yeah.
Awesome. We got comments coming in. A lot of people saying goodnight. How about you, Amethyst? Any last words for the kids for the evening?
Of course, as always, thank you so much for all of you out there that continue to support us and keep us going. Thank you for tuning in to our bi-weekly therapy session that we have here together. I know it's good for a lot of you out there, but it truly is good for both Jade and I. Thank you to our guests, Bella and Trixie, for joining us on our 132nd episode. It was a joy to have you both. Thank you for being open and honest and real with the people out there. And just letting people know that we're real, actual people, that come from all walks of life. And we just share the love of glamour and things sparkly and shiny. So thank you to my co-host, Jade DeVere, for having us and keeping this thing going. I wouldn't want to do this with anybody else but you. So thank you, and tune in a couple weeks. And yeah, be good to each other, and wash your hands, wash your ass, and all that good stuff. And see you on the flip.
Yep. I couldn't have said it any better. So everybody go out and be the beauty you would like to see in the world. Good night.
Thank you for joining us on Inside the Drag Closet.